Hi there, we meet again, and today we are discussing about articles. Now when I talk about articles, the first thing we come across is a and an. Right? Yes. Now let me start from the basics of the basics. Yes. So first thing, there are articles, yes, and we have two kinds of articles. Okay, that is definite and indefinite article. When I am saying definite article, when I am saying indefinite article, make a point that definite article is something that I am sure of, or I might have mentioned it before. When I am talking about indefinite article, it means I am generalizing the thing. Now, when I am talking about indefinite article, it is a and an. When do you use a and when do you use an? First thing, when I use a, I use it when I have a word starting from the consonant sound. For example, he is a boy. It is a general statement. When I am talking about a word which is starting from the vowels, please give me an orange because O belongs to the vowel clan. So when I'm talking about general concepts, and it is very generally that I have seen or come across something, I use a and an respectively with the sounds of vowel or consonants. Now, there is one thing that we all have to take into consideration. He studied at a university or at an university. Because you happens to be a vowel, right? What will you be using there? This is most of the times a kind of question in the competitive exams. Please bear in mind when I'm pronouncing university, it is not university, we are saying university, and the sound is yeah, and then we do not get that vowel sound, it is a. He works at a university, he studied at a university, not an university. But when I'm talking about umbrella, I use the phonic sound of U, and it is an umbrella, not a umbrella. I hope you got the point. And then, when I am referring to any consonant sounds, I would try and make you understand one thing very clear. Sometimes we come across the vowels or the consonants, but please be cautious about the sounds what they make. Depending on that, you will be using a and an. Coming to Mr. The. Now the definite article. There are certain rules that we have to remember with regards to the. First thing, the is a definite article. Yes. Now there are certain rules where I use the. I say the Ganga, the Himalayan ranges, the Taj Mahal. Yes? Now, when I'm talking about any sacred book or the holy book, it is the Gita. Okay? So when I'm talking about any sacred book or the holy books, it is the. I include the with the monuments. I include the with the mountain ranges. Okay, and I also include the with the name of the rivers, and I include the with name of the countries. Now you might wonder, we do not call India the India, and why the USA? Remember English? Sridevi asked the same question. I don't know whether the explanation was understood or not, but here I'm going to explain why it is the USA and why it is not the India. First thing, let us go by logic. How many Indias are there on the world map? We come across only one India. It's unique, right? Every country has its own unique name. So there is nothing that we are going to specify about it, which is already specific. Why are you going to specify it? Then you might wonder, if it is so, then why we use the for United States, United Kingdom and United Arab Emirates? Yes, think for what we are using the. It is United, the European Union. Now, as we go by history, it is United States of America, because the small states or the small little nations came together to form one large nation. United Arab Emirates also is on the similar lines. United Kingdom also is of the similar lines. So when we have the small individual nations coming in together to form one single large nations, we use the and we do not omit the over there. So this is the reason why we do not use the India, but we use the United States. Okay. Now, when I am talking about game, please come and play the cricket. Now, please remember, when I am talking about cricket, cricket is a unique game. You have a leather ball, you have a bat, you have these 3 stumps here, and on the either side you play it on a pitch. There are the various formats what you have. That is cricket. Football, yes, it is a ball which is kicked with your leg, and that is a very interesting game. When I am talking about games, I did not use the. And please bear in mind, I do not need to specify something which is already specific. That is the logic, simple as that. So I do not use the there. So when I am referring to something which is mentioned in a sentence, now when I say sugar is an uncountable noun. Okay, uncountable noun in the sense you have the quantity 1 kg, 2 kg. You don't say give me 2 grains of sugar. Do you do? The shopkeeper has to count the grains and give you. No, you don't have to do that, right? So when I'm talking about uncountable nouns, I do not use articles. But when I am referring to something which I am having right in front of me, there is a table and there is a sugar bowl there, and I am asking someone to hand it over to me, and then I say, please pass the sugar. Their using of the is correct, because we are referring to something which is known and which we know it is in a bowl, the sugar. One more thing, when I am referring to a thing which is mentioned in the earlier part of the statement, okay, he is a boy. The boy is standing out. In the sense, I am using the boy here in the next statement because I have specified that he is a boy. Okay, there is one boy out and the same boy is standing out. I'm trying to specify what is being mentioned earlier in one statement. So when I am referring to one thing which is already referred in one statement, then I'm trying to be very specific about it. I use the. Okay, these are certain points that we all have to remember. And also remember, every time you do not need articles. Yes, there are cases where you do not need articles at all. Be cautious about it. When the error correction comes, we tend to follow this rule, and please understand this. Go by logic. Thank you.